and candy. And
Oh my. So I decided to ride my bike through the night. I had something
I
like
saw that bus.
a miner's
Was it a swing?
helmet on with the light,
Oh, yeah.
so I could see everything, so I could blind people as I tear up the fucking road.
That was a huge fucking light
on my
helmet.
bike. Yeah, and that's how I made it here. And then you played this beautiful song for. I'm gonna say it was for me, even though it probably wasn't.
Well, I reached to the heavens, and I pluck angels out of the sky.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you an angel? Mister?
I'm not shit. I'm nobody.
Okay.
I'm nobody.
Yeah, okay.
But it's nice. It's nice you stopping by. And,
Yeah. I thought, why not?
And bringing that sweet fragrance around.
Yeah, I want bitches to know my name. So I was tearing up the road with my miner's helmet on. I'm here. I made it. They can't stop me. They can't stop me.
They can't stop you. Won't stop you. They're not. Go fuck yourself.
And who's trying to stop me? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody. I like it. I like your style. You know, since you're here, I got this little thing. I don't know if you heard
like your
about
cute
it.
little button? Are you sheriff now?
Yes, I'm
you
the sheriff.
That's really hot.
I'm the sheriff of whatever the fuck this place is called.
Oh my.
Wow. Gonzo. With the peyote button and
it's
the
hot.
fist.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing this shit to town.
Really hot.
And I joined this gang called the Broach Brothers. I don't know if you heard about them.
That's really cool. Yeah, okay. I remember the dragon. I remember that.
What do you mean?
So shiny.
You was here.
Our viewers were not able to really see it. We had very sensual lighting.
Oh yeah, I remember that night.
At
that was
the time,
Thursday.
I really thought we were going to lose our clothes.
That's when I woke up Friday morning at 3 a.m. and thought it was Saturday, and I was about to do the show, and then I realized, oh shit, it's Friday. I gotta be at work at 7, so I just decided to cook a couple of chicken breasts and put together a whole big meal.
Very nice. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a. I drank so much caffeine that morning that I was running basically until about 3 hours ago.
While you were out the other night, there was a friend of yours, a gentleman who came by to visit. I won't tell you what. I still don't really want to talk about it.
What was you doing in my house?
Got kind of personal. I fed him ice cream. Yeah. You apparently you said he was coming by. Mister, did he lie to me? Did he lie?
Oh, I got this thing.
Are you?
Called Items of Interest, Poems, and Propaganda.
We just had a stranger in your house. And
don't make me get the fireworks.
Okay. All right.
Don't make me go get the fireworks, because I will. How do you know I don't have my fireworks sitting under me right now? You know there's a.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying I'm ready for all occasions.
He kind of lost his clothes. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let's go. Let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on. Items of interest, poems, and propaganda, y'all. Like how I use that, y'all. I'm catching on.
I like that. That's
nice.
On.
Let the Mexicans stay.
Let them stay.
In Ennisburg, Texas. Forgive me if I fucked that up.
Annisburg.
Edinburg.
Wait. What?
Edinburg. That's the town.
That's
Ennisburg,
okay. I had it wrong.
Texas. A 15-year-old girl was deported after her aunt took her to the hospital for gallbladder issues. The young lady had been in America since an infant. Now they ripped her from her family, and it's like, you're fucking gone, you know. We deported your shit, because she went to the hospital, like, whoa, shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little Mexican. Get her out of here. But she'd been here since the infant, but never claimed citizenship, so they just fucking bow. They took her like a football and walked up to that fence and went, get out!
Okay, so she just was not born here.
No. But she was, well, I guess they put her in a milk jug and floated her over. I don't know how that works.
That's awful.
Yeah, man. But hey.
How can you do that though?
Thing is, I want to go to Mexico. How come you think I could just... Can they deport me?
But honey, how can they just do that to an infant?
Well, no, she wasn't an infant anymore. She was 15.
Oh, she's 15.
Which is the ripe age.
Okay, I misunderstood.
I mean, to be honest with you, at 15,
right.
That's a good time to just get tossed into chaos because you're a rebel without a cause at that age. I'd be fucking hell like, yeah, let's shoot some guns, drink some tequila, and let's see what life is about. I'm going to come back to America as a drug lord.
I thought you meant that she was still an infant or something.
No,
I got stuck on infant there.
No,
I was like, okay.
She never got.
My motherly instincts kicked in, and I thought you were talking about how they just deported an infant.
She's 15, tossed into Mexico. I say by 21, she's gonna have a cartel of her own. And
probably.
She's gonna come back to America. And be like, hey, you like my new car?
Yeah,
absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do.
Mhm.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? You want to know my points of interest? Here? Or what? Just what's on my mind? Just off the top of my head, or are we going into these items of interest and whatnot? Why are you staring at me like that?
I asked you a question.
Yeah, because also what's on my mind is also on this paper. That's why I'm asking. Can you fill me in?
Would you like to read what's on the paper? I'm asking you a basic
Well, that's not
question.
what you asked me. You asked me what's on my mind.
And you still haven't answered the question.
Off the top of my mind or written down? You need to be more specific. Let's see. I'll fuck with you till the end of time. You deserve it. You're a bad man. You're a very bad man. I think we established this. Every time I get around, we talk about bad things. So, I think we're gonna be alright. However, you have a voodoo dragon now, you have a voodoo doll, you have pimp superpowers. Who would have thought you'd be pimping in a pandemic? It's actually a new novel you wrote. It has your tears and blood on its pages. Pimping is anything but easy. So would you like to... Because I'll never give up. I want to know more. Why are you doing this?
Let me tell you something, baby girl. It's not a lifestyle. It's a mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Hose down. But it takes years of training.
Mm-hmm.
I had the best training.
Best training.
From, I hung out with the guys from the 70s. Dude, I'm telling you, it's just a way of life. It's like samurais during the golden era. You know?
Yeah.
That's what it is. But the thing that interests me about pimp stuff, I don't give a shit what you think. Mm-hmm. But they have psychology down. That is the most... I like to study people, but pimps are so interesting to me because the way they psychologically know how to control somebody and make them love it.
Yeah, they're sharp.
I mean, they're sharp as
Very
a
sharp.
tack.
Yes.
And it's amazing because I did a study on them when I was younger, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They were fucking so intelligent though.
Yeah.
But brutal.
Yep.
Cold as ice. But I would think it's the type of psychopath.
Yeah.
But there's a sweetness about them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever seen video footage of a real pimp, it's a beautiful mentality. But have you ever seen the video footage of them beating the shit out of a woman in the streets? And it is awful.
Yeah, very awful.
But then she comes back, Daddy. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is fucking. It's just strange.
Can I mention something to you? I think what they do is they and it is sick. It's sick,
yeah,
but they purposely.
Sick. I'm just saying. I did a study on them many years ago.
Purposely hit that button. There's a certain button that, especially is within women, that need to please.
They feed off. Okay? They feed off the people that are broken.
Yes, and women have a need. It's innate. They have a need to please. That's in them. It's motherly. It's a very motherly instinct, so they play on that.
But
So
somewhere
they do.
somewhere there is a love though.
Right. There is.
And they got the mileage, but they got a
Certainly.
mileage, but like I said, that's what a woman has mileage. It's
They-
only so much,
Right.
and they know what her mileage is. Like, whenever they're done.
And I hate to say it, but it is rather slave-like. Women have a slave-like mentality. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to offend any viewers. I'm just saying that it's
dark energy in there.
We need to keep it real.
We gotta keep it real.
If we can't keep it real,
then shoot me in the fucking head.
I will walk out right now, and I'm telling you this. And you can. I know these are very different times. I understand that. I know people have a lot of issues with gender right now. However, the female nature is rather slave-like. They have a need to please. They have a need to. I'm just saying, and they play on that.
That's the motherly.
Yes, it is. So it's kind of they twist it.
I know some bitches that won't put up with that shit. They'd be beating a pimp over the head with a frying pan.
And women could be pimps.
They absolutely can. Actually, they were the first whorehouses were ran by women.
They had a great understanding.
It's called a madam.
Of it, yes.
Huey Ledbetter was in love with him. He lived there. She bought him his first guitar. For our star lovers, 3 most hated zodiac signs. This is for the star lovers. The 3 most hated zodiac signs.
Hated.
I read the report fresh off the press this morning. Leo at number 1. Gemini, number 2. Okay. Scorpio makes number 3. Now, the only problem I have is I would have had Aries at number 1 instantly.
Same here.
But this is what the report says. Leo, Gemini, and Scorpio. I'm just glad I didn't make the list this year.
Okay, so you're asking me this.
Yeah, but do you agree with that? Or what do you think it is about those 3 that
I can tell you what I think it is. Leo, Scorpio, and Gemini. Okay. Let's start with Leo. Leos tend to have a very self-focus. It's all about me. It's what I want. And sometimes the only thing I can say is they're very charming, and they tend to always find a way to get what they want because of that charm. And sometimes I think they leave people frustrated because people wonder, well, are their feelings sincere? Do they really care about me? Or did they just want something from me? So yes, selfish. They can be very selfish. Now, Geminis, they tend to live a double life. These are the kinds of people who will come home and you may never even know the kind of life they lived when they were outside. They have so many tales.
I know somebody like
yes. So I mean, that can also be very frustrating because they're torn in 2 different directions.
But that's more self-inflicted.
Yes, it is self-inflicting, but it can also be frustrating to the loved ones at home.
That want to care about
because
them, but
who
they
are
can't
you really?
Get inside, but they can't get it. They can't really get close to them.
Who are you really? If you're living so many different lives, who are you? Can I trust you? That's another issue.
I can see how it could be.
Right, and then
just don't flip out
Scorpios.
On me. Okay.
I can tell you about Scorpios.
I gotta touch
people,
your dad.
they all tend to have an intensity. They all tend to be very intense people. But here's the thing about it. You don't get in their way. You don't try to stop them. They're often very ambitious, tough. You don't mess with them. And if you piss them off, they have a way of hurting you for a long time. Long time. It can be hard to warm up to someone like that.
Why would somebody hate that, though? That sounds like good qualities.
On the contrary, they tend to be deep feelers, very sensitive people, and so that you might be able to they might be able to relate to you if you
I don't see. This is why I hate the news. I don't agree with this list.
I don't
Aries
agree with the list
number
either.
1 on that list.
You know what? I
hate fucking Aries so much, and I attract them like a mother.
Personally,
but I
if
hate
you were to ask
people.
me,
I just know for a fact.
And listen, I'm not an expert at all. I'm sure there are many people out there who have so much more to say about this, and they can go into it more extensively. So, don't take my word for any of this. However, I would take Scorpio off the list entirely. I think they're wonderful people. Just don't step on them. You know what I mean? Like a scorpion. Please don't
The
stop.
only reason I was reading that, I was
'Cause
like, I hope
yeah.
cancer's not on there. Otherwise, I'm on the
Oh
radar.
no! Can I tell you something? They're lovable. A lot of times they're lovable people.
Now I got one that's really gonna blow you out of your rubber underpants. Donald Trump's scheme to bribe seniors with $200 gift cards, 33 million to be exact. Nobody has ever seen this before, they said. Now they can afford prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot. I like it. It's news. Is bribing senior citizens with $200 gift cards. I love this man.
Oh my.
That is fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. What would he come up with? I can't wait. I have to sink my teeth into it because I was like.
When do you think he started? When he was a child? Do you think he started out early doing that?
That's that fucking hustler mentality, man. I'm telling you, he's just. At least he's creative.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, I mean. He's trying to figure some shit out. He's like, you know what? If I just hand out some gift cards, maybe to get them off my back. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
At least he's coming up with some answers and he's showing like, I'm trying shit.
Yeah.
I didn't just sit up here saying I'm going to change shit and just sit on my fucking ass and play golf and say, hey, America, and not do fucking jack, but fuck shit up. But the guy's he's creative. Sure. I like it. You know, it's a little wild, but you know, you gotta try different stuff to get different results. But every time I turn around, this guy blows my mind. Fucking $200. You know what?
$200.
It's like I was reading that and I thought, man. For a second I thought, am I gonna get like a $50 gift card to like Best Buy, but they shut it down before I get there on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I get a $10 gift card to Wendy's? Now, I would put a vote in if in the mail there was a gift card for Wendy's. Mm-hmm. They just built a new one right there down the street, man. I don't eat fast food, but every now and then a Wendy's burger. If you give me a $10 gift card, I would be at the voting booth tomorrow.
The voting booth tomorrow.
I'm telling you, give me that shit and see if I don't show up. Be like, that motherfucker, I was hungry that Wendy's. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Get there early when it's fresh.
That's hot.
Oh my God, I will be there.
Really hot.
Oh man, people are gonna hate me for this. I don't give a fuck. Go fuck your mother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who would hate me for the things I've said. I mean, you just had me talking about astrology. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you from personal experience. I'm just speaking from personal experience what the hell I found frustrating about those 3 signs. I mean, I'm just being sincere.
What sign do you think Ronald McDonald is?
Ronald McDonald! Oh my gosh. I don't know.
A Virgo?
Yeah, possibly.
I mean,
whatever.
The clown that started his own
like I said, I don't know
hamburger joint. You know?
Well, folks, don't take my word
for it. It is a clown with red shoes, and he created an empire. Mm-hmm. But he looks like he molests and kills children. But yeah, he became famous.
Very strange. Any sign could be a molester. Let me just tell you that. Any sign in the zodiac could be a molester.
No, that's not the point.
I
was talking about Ronald McDonald. Do you remember that?
Right.
Are you too young to remember those creepy ass commercials?
No. Oh, no.
But this motherfucker made an empire. And he's like, kids, come catch me. And I remember watching this like...
That creepy bastard.
But I remember it's the scariest clown commercials. But I love fucking McDonald's. I got to get excited. But how the fuck did this crazy looking clown make me? They used to have benches where it would be a clown. Like, do you remember the benches? And it would have his arms so you could sit there and take pictures with him on the playground. Yeah. They used to have those clown statues on the bench, and you could wait. Yeah. To hang out. Like, nobody would even take a picture. I'd be sitting there hugging and climbing on him like, Ronald, eating cheeseburgers. Yeah. How the fuck? I hate clowns. Mm-hmm. Not a big clown guy. No. But that guy.
My brother isn't either.
That guy gave me so many good French fries and cheeseburgers, and you got the prize. Yeah. In the thing.
My brother's terrified. He hates clowns.
Ronald McDonald was cool. He got a free pass, and I don't know why. They got it in my head. It would be... on Saturday watching wrestling, you'd have those fucking McDonald's commercials, and you'd be like, man, after we fucking wrestle on Sunday, we're going to McDonald's. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
When I do my new moves, because you'll be in the room practicing new moves. You'll be practicing because we used to have wrestle matches.
Right.
And like I had these damn drop kicks and shit I was working on, man. You could do anything.
You're so adorable.
Like I said, man, you don't even want to know.
So
We'd
cute.
I'd be trying to cut flips off the porch and kick somebody at the same time, breaking your neck, but you'd get up. All right. You got anything you want to share?
So,
Don't get me excited too early in the morning. You come around here flashing that sexiness. I don't know what to do with myself.
I have a new friend. Well, he's not my friend yet. We'll see about that. He was hiding in the tall grass in the backyard. I just saw this little head peeking out from behind the grass. And he was swatting bugs. And he walked up to the house like he started prowling through the yard. Came up towards the back door, and he's like all silver, but he has one white sleeve. So I started calling him One Sleeve. Yeah. How do you feel about him? How do you feel about my new friend? Potential friend? How do you feel about him? That's awful. Mister, how dare you? So
What
rude.
the fuck?
You have no manners.
Is this an animal?
Yeah, it's an animal. I think we established by the swatting.
I don't.
Yeah, swatting bugs.
Trust me, I've
I
seen
think
some
you
wild
can...
shit. I was just wanting to verify that.
Well,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, I call him One Sleeve. He's got one white sleeve.
Either they're eating scraps or I'm not feeding them. They,
Mm-hmm.
we got dog food left.
Yeah, sure.
But don't be bringing no damn new pets around there.
Yeah, every time I try to have a
I'm
new
in
friend,
mourning.
Every time I try to have a new friend, you sabotage me.
The viper dogfish sharks. The things nightmares are made of, report says. They have needle-like teeth that look like, and likely feel like, nails. Looks like something from the Alien movies, with an extended jaw that shoots out past the snout.
Well, don't we already have weird creatures like that? Don't we already have, like, fish like that?
I don't know, man. I've been keeping up with the sharks lately.
It's creepy.
The sharks are eating white people like they're going out of style.
What they
But now they got alien-like... well, they're not alien-like. They're viper dogfish sharks, but they got these fucking long stabs.
They just
But they have, like, needle-like teeth, and they just get you.
From the ocean?
That's fucking... That's why I don't fuck with the ocean.
It's creepy.
I don't know.
It's a whole other world.
But, I like the mountains. But to be honest with you, I used to like going to the mountains. But there's some weird shit.
There's creepy things there, too.
It's weird. But I like it better,
You're likely to go missing.
I don't care. I feel more prepared for the wilderness than that fucking deep sea. Because that shit, it's the idea of what's in there. I would never get into that.
Becoming those missing 411 people. That's creepy.
The most exciting thing I'll do with the ocean, I do like to see. I would get on a boat, but it'd be an adrenaline rush to the end. Because when you get out there, it's like you're in the abyss.
Yeah.
There's nothing, but you don't know how. Nobody knows what's down there.
And also,
but that is the craziest thing. Like I get this overcoming feeling that something's gonna come up, and because when I used to swim in the lakes, even as a kid, I would get terrified and try to get out because I always felt like something was gonna come up.
Yeah, there's deep chasms in the ocean.
But
we don't know how far they go down.
You don't know what the fuck's in there. I always felt like something's gonna get you.
Yeah.
Like and there's nothing.
And then you almost experience a time compression.
But I'll get on the boats, but I don't.
Don't
like
you experience a time
there.
compression the deeper you go down?
Oh no, it'll crush you.
Yes.
That's why you can't go down there because it becomes space.
Yeah. So basically, it's a whole other world.
Upside down.
It's a whole other world.
Yeah. And nobody can go there.
Yeah. Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We know more about space than we do about our own oceans. So what the fuck is
creepy.
down there?
Yeah, and then we're just killing everything on Earth.
Yeah. Instead of going to space, I'd
help.
let it go into the ocean. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'd say leave that shit alone for now. It's a little stressful right now.
Deep space.
Let's save
aquatic.
some of that money and just invest on ourselves right now and get our shit together. Fucking don't shoot one more fucking rocket up there.
Do you think maybe there's a whole other civilization?
Well, here it is, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Really?
I looked this up because
Sure.
I said I wasn't going to bring this shit up, but I said, you know what? I was running out of page, so
Do
I said,
it.
I'm going to bring it up.
Do it.
Alien intervention reports are saying that they have been among us the whole time, manipulating events, also manipulating human perception, human affairs, promoting human conflict, taking humans against their will for experiments, turning their minds so they will support the intervention.
Okay, so why would they do this? Do you think maybe they have a better way, or are they just purely, I mean, are they exploiting? Is that all they're doing, is just using us? Or do you think they have a greater agenda? What do you think?
Sounds like slavery.
Yeah, definitely. So you think maybe they're just preying on us because we have a lower consciousness, maybe a lower level consciousness than them? Maybe we're just stupid?
But then you got alternate dimensions.
Yeah. I mean, don't you think there's a dimensions in which we have...
If they don't... But you got... Well, I wonder what they feed off of.
Being similar to us?
But what do they feed off of? What is their diet?
Energy? What are they... Perhaps?
I mean, everything's got to have something to feed off of. We all, like, we eat, we have to... But what do they feed off of?
Right.
And I believe possibly us.
Yeah. Could be.
And the weird thing is, I mean, it's all... But they're supposed to be different species.
Of course.
But you would think if there's different species, there'd probably be conflict in there and there could be possible wars.
Right, yeah. Can I tell you something, mister? I've heard of cases in which people get abducted and all this stuff. That's never happened to me. Never happened to me. And then I kind of wonder, why? Why is that? And then, you know what? The further I dig into it, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. No. It kind of creeps me out, honestly. I don't know. But I think it does have so much to do with a person's intellect, their awareness. I mean, it has a lot to do with that. Their level of awareness in their intellect is paramount, I think.
Does it matter?
It could. If it means you getting abducted, you know.
Does it matter?
Maybe. But it just depends on who we're talking about. It depends.
It doesn't
Now, does
matter.
it matter to the person, the poor bastard who said he's been abducted? Sure. Yeah. Because maybe
you got caught slipping.
Maybe it traumatized him.
Maybe you was slipping that day, and guess what happens? When you slip, you might get abducted.
You gotta pay for what you've done.
Hey, that's on you, brother.
You gotta pay for what you've done, Jimmy. Now here's a probe in your butt.
Like, you know, I sleep with samurai swords and shit, you know, and I ain't had no problems. But I ain't slipping.
Me too.
But if old Jimmy down the street got drunk
too.
and half naked and decided it'd be fun to go out in the woods, and you hear him and his friends like, "Go, Jimmy," and then they never hear from him for like 3 days, and then he just shows up shivering, saying, "You don't know." It's like, you know what, Jimmy, you had it.
This is what you get for being a bully.
This is what you get for being a fucking stupid ass.
Yeah.
Because I figured maybe they always seem a little retarded to me when they come back. I'm like, I listen to stories and all I do is laugh. I'm like, really? Up your ass, man! If you go back to the late '90s. This is a regular Friday afternoon for us. When you're waking up on Saturday morning and you remember that night, you're like, oh man, I lost a bet and somebody stuck their finger in my butt.
Yeah.
We was doing ecstasy.
Very
It got
good.
weird. Where am I? We call that a regular Saturday morning. And you throw up and you forget about it and you be ready by school on Monday because you're not even going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go to the arcade in a 3-piece suit. You know, life in the big city.
Aww. Oh,
what do you got? That was pretty much it.
That's really nice.
I thought it was
very
a good
interesting.
collection.
Sure.
I could be wrong.
Okay. We're near the end here, I think.
Ah, come on, man! You had me up to believe.
Yeah, well, you know, you don't want to make these too damn long.
Where are we at?
30, 35.
Alright, cool.
You know, this is also based
Yeah,
on
cool.
what I feel is best to discuss. What if every 3 days we experience a time shift in which 12 noon becomes 12 midnight? Then it goes back to our normal time. What kind of impact might that have on us? Are you even paying attention?
No, I was
Mister?
thinking about it. Actually, I was thinking,
Okay.
like, then again, that happens to me more often than it probably should. But, what happens?
What impact would that
What
have on
impact?
us, do you think? 12 midnight becomes 12 noon every 3 days.
I
And
would
then it goes
actually
back.
enjoy that.
Yeah?
But, most people, they would go insane.
I wondered about that.
No,
I
they
really
would go,
did.
no, and it's not bad enough that they're already pretty much gone insane.
Mhm.
I think the insanity from it is everybody thought they had things figured out on their own. Everybody individually thought that they had this thing figured out. They were just working on it, and then everything got turned upside down,
Mhm.
and they lost all stability.
Yep.
Even their religious thoughts, fuck it, everything changed within. I remember when it happened because I remembered it, not exactly the date, but I remember I woke up one morning and everything was different.
Mhm.
You remember even when there was a silence at night that was so quiet.
That was deafening. Yeah.
But I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. It was creepy.
But
yeah.
I would go back and say it again. I said,
Of course.
now they know what it's like to be me, but I don't care because I'm 37 years deep. You're a babe in the woods.
Also,
But it's amazing because I'm watching people react in this way.
yes. Sure.
And, some do it better than others, but the thing is you individually do not know what somebody's going to do. That's why I make everything quick. I just move fast, go do whatever I got to do, work. I want to make sure I get everything handled, boom, right back home. Just keep moving. That was my strategy, and just be able to move fast. Like I said, I started running again. I mean, just basically, I want to be able to move faster and think faster because I'm telling you, man.
Let me tell you.
People are getting stagnant and they're crazy and they're just standing there and they're confused.
Yeah.
But I gotta know where I gotta go.
Mhm.
I'm going there. I know what I gotta do. I have a strategy every morning.
Right.
I have everything routinely planned out.
Yeah, the
and
complacency is gonna kill people. Definitely.
But I know what I gotta do. But some people do. But you just never know what you're gonna run into. Because I run into man that like I said, I went to the gas station to get some ice cream. Came out, there's cop cars everywhere. I just held my head down and said, I just hope they're not here for me.
Mhm.
Other than that, I drove like Miss Daisy off with my Al Green playing and went around the corner and went home. And eyes in the rearview mirror and just driving like I don't know what's going on, but I just keep on going.
So here's the thing about the time shift that I mentioned.
Yeah.
It is rather a matter of perception, if you think about it. Because to animals, what time shift is there? They're still going to do the same things the same, you know what I mean? Because it's built into them. They don't have any concept of 12 noon,
There's no
12
time.
midnight. Right. So that's interesting.
You eat, you sleep, it's all instinct, but
That's right.
just being like loving animals and knowing them, once you get to know them,
Mm-hmm.
there is a conscience there.
Of
Like
course.
because they can be funny.
Yes.
And they do things where they like have
So
they have a conscience.
Yeah, they do.
I love it because if you
He
ever
does.
had animals and you actually paid attention to your animals, you know there's because I've had friends that said they have no souls and they
No.
I had to be like I knew a guy I couldn't talk to him anymore, but he's a good friend. And I was letting him drive me home one night. I probably talked about this before. And there was a dog on the other side of the road, and he swerved on the other side of the road to try to hit it. He didn't. Thank goodness he didn't hit it. And he was mad he didn't hit it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was fucked up, so I let him drive. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He said he loved killing animals. And I was like, and he was a religious freak. His dad was a preacher. He said because they have no souls. And I told him to pull. I threw him out of my fucking car.
That's sick. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no. You see, it's that mentality.
I know.
That fuck you, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
But even who gives? Why would you do that?
And can I tell you another thing?
That's a fucking.
Animals have taught me more civility than any human.
I'd rather hang out with animals
I
than
would
humans,
too.
to be honest with you.
I would too.
I have more. I have better conversations with
Yes.
my bird than I do most people
Yes.
some days. On that note.
Okay. It looks like you have a song.
I have a poem.
A poem and a song.
Oh shit, let me pump it out. I know we're running out of time.
Yes, okay.
You said life in the big city. Lord of catastrophe. If it wore strange clothes, laughing at the tragedy of it all. The world is far more fucking warped from the first inspection. Never learn to hard on me bet. Can I start all that over?
Sure. That's okay.
Lord of catastrophe. If it wore strange clothes. Laughing at the tragedy of it all. This world is far more fucking warped from the first inspection. Never lean too hard on one bet, yet a few. Even a loser ends up having the better hand in the long game. Years of sweet summer where you couldn't sleep. Maybe a girl slow danced with you, caught your first big fish, had your first stolen beer. Saving a life with words within time. The reasons sleep don't come now are different. Living all these lives, all lives are tragic. Once understood, however, to feel one's own self is rich in itself.
Nice. Yeah.
Life in the big city.
Life in the big
By
city.
David Graham. That was a weird.
I like that. I hang on to that line about all lives are tragic. So if you keep that in mind, you really just have to consider what's the moral of the story, you know? The meaning of your life. What meaning do you attribute from that?
What meaning do I
Attribute from the suffering that you experience.
Suffer?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know the words.
You live the words. That's
I
probably
don't-
why you don't really
I
think
don't
about
see
it
it
that much.
that
You
way.
live it. Beautiful. David Graham. Tune in next week.
Bitches.